Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new killer. He is quite the man. Now, I know a lot of people look at the Trapper and think the Trapper's got a good body, and he does. I mean, maybe not in this outfit, but this man looks like he's been chiseled from the hands of God. I mean, he's got quite the outfit, quite the body, and we're going to give him a quick 180. He's got a big-ass hammer as well. And he's got his katana. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to quickly jump over to the custom game here, and we're going to have a look at this gentleman's new perks, okay? So let's have a little bit of a look here. When we hit the loadout, should appear on screen. Right, there are 3 new perks that come in with this brand new killer.
Thoughts on the new killer?
Alright, my thoughts will be up with you guys in one moment. Lewis, thank you for the resub, man. I do appreciate it. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. You are mentally alert. Okay, great. The aura of all pallets and locations are revealed to you within 24 meters. When a survivor is damaged, this perk becomes inactive for 30 seconds. Okay, now, first of all, I do not think this is a great perk. Now, you might be wondering why I don't think this is a great perk. With enough time and experience in Dead by Daylight, you're going to be able to know where pallets are, where pallets aren't. Mid-trial, you're going to know if a survivor has used a pallet or hasn't used a pallet. Do keep in mind a game of DBD goes from anywhere between 4 minutes to like 10 minutes. You're generally going to be able to remember where everything is. I do not like this perk. This is the killer's version of the Kate perk that comes in that allows you to see windows of opportunity. Honestly, I think that's a bit of a dud. I will not be running that on any of my killers. I'm a little disappointed about that. When you hit a survivor, it goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. I don't know what else you want me to tell you about it. It just allows you to know where pallets are. It'll probably show you that pallets are broken as well, but yeah, not for me, boys. I'm a little disappointed in that one. Let's have a look at the next one. Blood Echo. Alright. When hooking a survivor, all other survivors are now pretty much have... You know, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so you might be wondering why this isn't a good perk. So basically, this means they're going to be bleeding a lot. Okay, so this is going to give them the... Oh! Okay, everybody's exhausted for 45 seconds and there's a lot of blood. Okay, this killer has to have an ability or an effect that's going to allow him to get benefits off M1ing survivors. If he doesn't, then... Yeah, look, okay, so this is the kind of perk you want on a killer who you don't want people to heal on and you want them to stay injured. So you're going to want something like Sloppy Butcher. This is a Legion perk. This is a Legion perk. After hooking a survivor, everyone else is exhausted. That's how I'm seeing it. Nobody wants to heal against Legion. It takes too long. Legion with Sloppy Butcher, Blood Echo. It could work, okay? I do not think this is a good perk. I honestly think this is a really bad perk as well. If a survivor is injured, half the time when they dead hard doesn't even work either. And if you're eating the map or the pallets correctly, you're not going to have to worry about exhaustion perks. The only one that's going to be a bit of a wet blanket to you will be Balanced Landing, which is getting nerfed really soon, so you're not going to have to worry about that either. So I'm disappointed in his first perk, and I'm not too happy about his second perk. So let's have a look at his third perk. I am really hoping this perk here is a complete game changer. Survivor's just got the ability to reset pallets. This here has to be an amazing perk. Alright, so currently I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10 if I was new to DBD, because I'm not new to DBD and I have a lot of experience. I'm going to give that probably about a 2 or a 1 out of 10. Look, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10, knowing that it can be used on people like Legion. Not for me, I wouldn't run it. Nemesis, alright. You seek retribution on those who have wronged you. Great. Anytime a new survivor becomes the obsession, so you get DS'd, they are affected by Oblivious status for 60 seconds and their aura is shown to you for 4 seconds. Okay, let's keep reading. A survivor who blinds you, stuns you, using a pallet locker becomes your obsession. Okay, now let me just explain something to you. Let's just go through it again. Basically, whenever you're pallet stunned, you're blinded, somebody gets out of a locker, slams you with a pallet, they become your obsession. You get DS, they become your obsession. Then this effect takes place, okay? For 60 seconds, they don't hear your heartbeat. For 60 seconds, there's no heartbeat. Their aura is shown to you for 4 seconds. Okay. Who could this be good on, chat? Who could this be good on? This killer probably has a 32-meter terror radius at 115% movement speed. I'll go through all the details really, really soon. I'm thinking about how these perks can entwine with other killers in the game. Alright? This could be absolutely devastating on a killer like Legion. Think about it. Think about how much great this would be with Legion. You have no heartbeat. You're going to have a red stain, though, on Oblivious, I believe. That's not true. You don't have a red stain on Oblivious, because the Wraith doesn't have a red stain, and Freddy Krueger does have a red stain. You do have a red stain on Oblivious. Okay, so it's not bad. I think this would help in certain scenarios. Do keep in mind, only your obsession will be Oblivious. So if the teammates react, and the obsession is by teammates, they're going to be able to leave. It lasts a minute. A minute is a long time. It might help you catch people. It might help you get pallets pretty quick. I was referring to something called Undetectable as opposed to Oblivious. I really don't think it's a great perk. I really don't. Okay, if you're running something like Enduring, so you can bully down this perk straight away and make sure you get Nemesis out. So you take the pallet stun, you break the pallet, you make a play off that. Yeah, it can maybe work, but at the same time, anytime a new survivor becomes the obsession, basically you have no heartbeat for 60 seconds to that person. If he pallet stunned you or he DS'd you, 4 seconds, do you think he's going to be standing in front of you or he's going to run away in a straight line? He's going to run away. It's that simple. He's going to run away and he's going to block your line of sight, so you either walk around and he gets another loop of the pallet, or he waits on the corner while blocking your line of sight, looking at you in third person to see what you're going to do. That being said, I don't think this is a great perk, okay? I'm going to read this killer's ability. I cannot see this being a better option on a lot of killers. Let's look at my Hillbilly build, right? Something to stall the game, whether that be Corrupt, Discordance, Ruin. My first perk. Pop Goes the Weasel, Thrilling Tremor, and Infectious Fright. Why would I want Nemesis? Why would I want Nemesis? There's no reason. You down somebody with Infectious, you go for somebody else. If I was playing somebody like the Pig, Legion, Thanophobia with Nemesis on the Plague, I still wouldn't run it. I'd rather Infectious Fright. I can honestly say, looking at these three perks, I will not buy the new killer for the new perks. Now, I know there's going to be something I'm overmining, I'm underlooking, or Goose, you could run this perk on this killer with this add-on, and this would be very, very powerful. And yes, you're probably, in fact, you're 100% right. Right now, my first peek at this killer, in the last 3-4 minutes, I'm not impressed with his perks. I think his perks are really, really bad. I think this killer has to have an ability on hit, based on this, or on hooking a survivor, he gets a power-up. One of the two. So we're going to have a little bit of a look at his ability. Alright, let's have a look. Absorb blood orbs left from injured foes. An on-hit ability. Press and hold the power button to absorb orbs. So you have to physically absorb them, they're not absorbed into you. It will fill up your power gauge. Okay, cool. When your power gauge is full, hold and activate the button to initiate Blood Fury. Blood Fury. While Blood Fury is activated, becomes lethal and gains access to an additional ability, Demon Dash and Demon Strike. Great, so he has two abilities, Special Ability and then Special Attack. So that's going to be Control, and that's going to be M2, M1, I'm guessing. Press and hold the power button while Blood Fury is active. Perform a Demon Dash. This ability allows you to cover a large distance rapidly. Great, so it's a gap closer like a Hillbilly's move. But, you know, you need to build it up, so I wouldn't be using it as a Hillbilly move. Press and hold the attack button while Blood Fury is active to perform a Demon Dash in the direction of you're facing. Demon Dash has extended lunge range, so it's like Michael Myers. A successful hit will immediately put them in dying state. So it's like Michael Myers. So you get to choose one or two. One is a gap close across the board in case you have Discordance and you know Pop Goes the Weasel needs to go there. And I'm guessing the other one is oh, there's no pallet here. Let me just, boom, one hit down you to get another stack of pop out. Okay, so he's got two. He's got the best of both worlds. That seems like a little bit of a Billy infusion alongside a Michael Myers infusion, or a Ghostface, provided he doesn't need to stalk. I'm going to press F1. This is going to give me details on his movement speed. 32 meters tall killer at 115% movement speed. Okay, so looking here, you want people hurt because they'll be leaving blood. And I'm guessing you can see the blood orbs and you have to walk over and absorb them. Now the first thing we need to test is how long is blood on the ground, or the blood orb. Does a blood orb stay there inevitably? Does a blood orb stay there 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds? If it stays there 8 seconds, scratch marks last 10 seconds. So we can go in and we can break down the math knowing that there is a blood spot there. There is no scratch to my left, to my right. There's no scratches around, therefore he is either urban evaded, he either has the perk that makes him not bleed, or he's hiding behind that rock in front of me to the left. That's going to be very, very important to know how long blood orbs are there for. I'm reading chat right now and they're telling me they're there forever. If they're there forever, that completely just made what I just said null and void. But you need to take a step back and look at the deeper details of the killer. I'm going to need to try myself and experience them firsthand. Okay, so if we're going to look at some of his add-ons real quick, we're going to start with obviously the worst and work our way up. Okay, so slightly increased blood orb absorption, so I'm guessing you're stopping while you're absorbing it, great. Increases the range you can detect, so I'm guessing they glow, or they, from a distance, you won't be able to see them too well. The activation charge rate, okay, so it allows you to, great, charge faster. Moderately increase the absorption time, doesn't affect your actual gameplay, just affects your, like, clown refilling his bottles. Slightly increase the activation rate, slightly decrease the, okay, cool, moderately decreases consumption penalty. That's not bad. The incline. Moderately increases the distance the blood orbs can be detected. Moderately increases the movement speed while picking up the blood orbs. Moderately increases the blood fury. Great. Moderately increased passive regen. Increased activation charge rate. Okay, so from what I understand, this killer gets stronger by picking up blood. So how do you beat this killer? It's gonna sound stupid. Run no mither. Run no mither. Then he can't use his ability the entire game. Nobody's gonna be having any blood. I mean, you don't bleed with no mither, so you're not gonna leave blood on the ground. Do keep in mind, if it doesn't work right now, it's in the PTB. You bleed with no mither. Well, no mither specifically says you leave no blood spots. So this isn't a blood spot. This is a blood something else. Okay, well, that was just a thought. That was just a theory. Okay, considerably decreases consumption penalty of blood fury when picking up a survivor. Okay, great. Moderately increases the amount of blood orbs dropped by survivors. Considerably increase the duration of blood fury. Considerably increase movement speed of demon dash. All survivors can see blood orbs. A survivor's aura is revealed for 6 seconds whenever they come in contact with a blood orb. Oof. And you're telling me they stay on the map forever? Wow. While Blood Fury is active, missing a Demon Dash Strike will cause a survivor within 12-meter radius to scream and reveal their location. Okay, here's some okay stuff. I don't really think I want to use any of his powers. I want to see how strong his basic kit is. Okay, so if I was going to be playing this killer, so he's obviously about hitting targets or having people hurt, okay? So I don't think Save the Best for Last would be a bad option on him. I think Save the Best for Last would be pretty cute, okay? The fact that he has map pressure and rotation, Pop Goes the Weasel is pretty stock standard in there. I'm guessing, based on the fact he is a new killer, he follows the same rules as the Pig, same rules as Legion. No on-hit effect can apply off his Demon Dash. His Demon Dash is a gap close, great. I'm sure he can hurt somebody if he hits them, alright? So, if he has no ed, I'm pretty sure that shouldn't down you in one hit, much like Legion's ability doesn't, or a Huntress's Throwing Axe. Much like if you have Devour Hope, you shouldn't one hit down somebody. If you did, or Haunted Ground, if you did, for whatever reason, do that, my first perk here that I'd highly recommend would be Haunted Ground. I would 100% recommend Haunted Ground. Infectious is cute if you build your blood up quick. I'm 100% going to get behind Save the Best for Last. I cannot see any reason not to be having Save the Best for Last, and that means I'm lacklustering in one category, and that one category would be tracking, so we're going to quickly chuck on Thrilling Tremor here. I feel that it's a little bit of an off-meta build, but at the same time, it still follows my basic principles of stall throughout the game. I am struggling to find Save the Best for Last because DBD has a hell of a lot of perks now. It should be coming up. There we go, right there. I don't think this is bad, right? Haunted Ground's going to allow you... You're going to know where people are through Thrilling Tremor. You could trade that out for Discordance. Keep in mind you have a 32-meter tear radius, so you're going to have to get pretty close to them. There's a couple of ways you're going to have to need to work it as well. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of a look in here. Keep in mind, I have not played this killer once yet. I will be playing him now. I'll be testing him out, seeing how he goes. I'll get back on a couple of things. I'm actually thinking Surge Surveillance might be a pretty damn strong combo on this killer, based on the fact he can get around the board pretty quick. If I went Surge Surveillance rather than Thrilling Tremor and then Ruin here with Save the Best for last, I think that'd be better than putting on Pop, but it's something I'd need to test out myself. But anyways, guys, I look forward to trying this new killer. If you want to learn more about it with me, by all means, don't hesitate to pop into the live stream and check it out. He is on the PTB right now. He'll be on the PTB for a little while before he comes to live service. And it'd be my pleasure to teach you guys as much as I can about the new killer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the fog. I'm sure he does. I don't even think he needs to with your food. Oh, you don't... How... Oh, man. I think you got him, bud.